Hello everyone, today we're talking about this Black+Decker corded 3-in-1 12-inch lawnmower. So this thing mows, trims, and edges all at the same time. Kind of looks like a toy. I'm going to talk about what it looks like coming out of the box, how to put this together, how to change the spool out and replace the line, how to use it, how it performed during my testing, and whether I would recommend it. Alright, as you can see, it comes in a box like this. Putting it together is not too difficult. All you need to do is put on the guard here, and this slides into place and you secure it with the screw. So basically you're going to find the grooves here for this guard to slide into. Then you kind of snap it into place and then tighten the screw. There is a tape on the cutting blade here, so you want to take that off so it actually cuts. The only other thing you need to do is put this handle into place. And the way you do that is basically you have to hold in this button here, and this black handle slips onto the trimmer. You kind of have to pull it apart, put it on, and then let this button pop out like it just did. Then you can adjust the handle this way. So again, this has 3 functions. I'm going to go through each function and how to use that. So this is basically a string trimmer, and then it has your mower platform base. So the string trimmer actually kind of plugs into or connects to the base. And the way it does that is it has these kind of slots here on the front. You're going to connect it with the slots here on this mower. You're going to put it in and then push down. And it has these connection points on the back that slip in and lock into the mower base. It's kind of easy to do once you do it a couple of times. One thing to be careful about is when you connect the trimmer head to the mower base, make sure that the line doesn't get stuck or caught when you do that. So make sure the string is able to rotate freely when you put it in. So you slide it into place, and then your mower is ready to go. We just had a lot of rain, and it's our first sunny day, and it's really humid, so you probably notice me sweating here. To release the trimmer from the base, on the mower base is this orange foot pedal. You press that down, and the trimmer head will release from that. One other thing to note about the mower base is you can adjust the height. There are 2 height settings. It's not the most intuitive, but basically you have this bar here, and to get the different heights, you can use your thumbs and fingers and push down on that bar to get it higher or lower. So you kind of have to push out with the bar. And there's a track that the bar goes on with springs, so you can move that bar up or down, kind of like squeezing the bar out and up or pushing the bar down and in. That's going to help you get the mower height. Pretty much I think you just need to keep it at one height and not worry about it after that, if you're able to stay on top of your yard. And you can adjust the mower height on the front and the back wheels the same way. So again, to get the trimmer head into the base, you just need to align these grooves with the mower base, push it in, then push down the back side and it clicks into place. Again, to release it, orange foot pedal, press that, and then you can get the string trimmer. Okay, to turn this on, all you have to do is press this black button here. Again, this is a corded model. There's also a very similar model that is battery powered. All you need to do is get your cord. You can probably get away with a 16 gauge cord, which is lighter duty, but most people recommend getting either a 14 gauge cord or a 12 gauge cord, which is heavier duty. They do cost a little bit more, but that is what is recommended for this 6.5 amp string trimmer. So basically you're going to plug it in here. So you're connected. Then you can take your cord, and it has this feature here so that the cord doesn't come unplugged and slip out. Basically, you just squeeze your cord, push it through the slot here, and then it hooks on right there. I'm going to turn this on so you can hear it. Sorry, this is all dirty from testing, but you'll get the idea. Again, you just have to press this black button. This black handle adjusts. All you have to do is press this orange button, and you can adjust it whatever way you want to. It has different angles you can adjust to until you're comfortable. You can also adjust the height. You just need to unlock this on the shaft, and then you can pull it out. You can also make it shorter if you want to put it in the trunk of your car or store it in your garage. Then when you have it at the correct height you want, you just lock it in place and you're ready to string trim. Also, this has an edging feature. To do that, all you need to do is rotate the shaft. So again, you unlock the shaft here by pulling on this black knob. Then you rotate the shaft. You can see how it rotates like this. Once that's rotated, you lock that in place. And now this is set up for edging. So you're gonna stand kind of sideways and the wheel's gonna be on the ground, and then you can edge your sidewalks, around your driveway, wherever. And the last main thing to talk about is how to replace the spool. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. You just want to make sure everything is unplugged. You press the tabs on the spool cap, then you can take the cap off. Then the spool comes out, and then you can put a new spool in. To put a new spool in, just make sure you have it in the right way. The gears face the motor. So you're going to put that down towards the motor, and you're going to slip the line through the line hole. Make sure it's seated properly. Then you put your spool cap on, and those tabs should snap into place. This uses 0.065 inch string trim diameter. If you want to save a little bit of money, you don't have to buy replacement spools, but you can buy replacement string. All you need to do, before you start winding the string around, you just lock it into place right there. And then try and wrap it nice and clean, like this is. And it shows you which way to wrap the line. So it's going to be clockwise if you're staring right down at it. And you'll wrap the line around and keep it nice and clean like that. And you can just replace it yourself and save some money if you don't want to buy the replacement spools. If you don't want to replace the string yourself, just buy the replacement spools and put it back in. Again, gears go down facing the motor, so you won't be able to see the gears anymore. You just push it down like that, put the line through the hole, make sure that spool is seated, then you put your cap on, line up the tabs, and push it down. That's all you have to do. All right, so how did it work during my testing? I'd have to say, even though this thing looks like a toy, I was very impressed with it. Mowing, to me, was almost like vacuuming my living room. You could probably go in straight lines if you wanted to, but for me, the natural way to do it was to go back and forth like a vacuum. And this did really well. It cut tall grass, it didn't slow down at all, and it kind of zipped through everything. So these newer models have an auto feed system. You don't have to bump this on the ground to release string. The auto feed system automatically senses when the line is short, and then it'll feed more line out. And it works pretty well to keep the line at a certain length. I kind of prefer the bump feed because you have more control. But a lot of these newer models have this, and it seems to work decent. So mowing, it did really well. Also, when you want to trim, just that quick release of the pedal, you have your string trimmer and you're in trimming mode. So you can go from mowing to trimming really quickly. With the 6.5 amps, this thing had good power. It was able to cut tall grass, weeds. It pretty much did what I needed to do. Okay, so again, with the edging feature, once you unlock it and turn the shaft, you're in edging mode. Edging worked fine. The only thing, and I've reviewed some of these models before, when you're edging, you're walking sideways. I've done reviews with edgers where you're walking straight down and you're looking at your line. So it's really easy to see your edge where you want to cut because you're looking straight down that line. With this, you're walking sideways. You kind of have to get used to it and get a little bit of practice so you can kind of get your edges the way you want them to be. So that part's a little awkward. Also, you might be standing on a sidewalk or might be up against a bush because you are going sideways. So you might have to go the opposite way and stand on the grass and edge that way. But this thing did a really good job. The benefits of having a corded model, as long as you have enough cord to get you where you want to, you're never going to lose power. You don't have to deal with gas and fumes, junked up carburetors, spark plugs, any of that kind of stuff. You don't have to worry about charging your batteries. So as long as you can get to where you want to go with your cord, this is a good option for you. So for my testing, this performed really well. Even though this looks like a toy, this did a really good job. Now, would I recommend this? I think this works well for somebody that might not have a lot of yard to mow and trim and cut. Because I naturally fell to the vacuuming style, I think this will work for smaller yards. I wouldn't want to do this on a medium-sized yard or large yard. But if you have a smaller yard, I think it would work really well. I did really like how fast you can convert it from a mower to the trimmer to the edger. So the whole 3-in-1 thing, I did really like that. So yes, I was kind of impressed. I would consider this a light duty string trimmer. Getting close to the edge of medium duty with the power, because the power was decent, but I'd consider this a light duty mower, trimmer, and edger. And I would recommend this for those that have smaller properties, smaller yards, where you want to get your mowing, string trimming done, and edging done all at once. I was happy with this. I enjoyed testing it out and I liked it. If this video is helpful to you, please like and subscribe. Check out my other product review videos and some how-to videos. I hope this video is helpful. Thanks for watching and happy trimming.